Okay, in this section here, we're going to be talking about completing the square, and we're going to be finding the equation in two different forms of a circle in the Cartesian plane. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to start out with this equation here, and that's going to be x minus 3 squared plus y minus 10 squared, and that's going to be equal to 25. So remember that this is our h, and this number here is our k, and this number here, and we're going to need to square root it, is going to be our r. So r is going to end up equaling 5. Okay. Now, once you square both of these out, right, and I don't think I'm going to do this. I'm just going to write this out. Like such. So you would multiply this together, expand it out, right? X times x times negative 3 times x, and negative 3 times negative 3. So you might want to work on that. And you do the same thing with the y minus 10. Alright, so I'm going to let you work that out and see if you can get this. So you should have something that looks like this. X squared minus 6x plus y squared minus 20y, and you should have plus 109 here, but what you want to do with this 109 is take it over to the right hand side. We're going to end up with 25 over here. Take the 25 over here because we want to get this in the general form of the equation of a circle. Okay, so 109 minus 25, and then this will be our general form here. Now, what I want to do here with this general form is I want to go backwards, and we want to go from here back into this form here. Okay, and it's not too bad. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use a technique called completing the square. So what I do here is I'm going to pair up my x's and pair up my y's, which they're already paired up as we go here. Remember that the general form, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and write out that general form here real quick, is a x squared plus a y squared plus cx plus dy plus f is equal to 0. So that means, right, we take our 25 over to the left hand side and we get 0. So as you can see here, a is going to be 1. That's the coefficient in front of x squared. There's a 1 in front of the y squared, obviously a 1 and a 1. Okay. The negative 6 will be our c. D is negative 20, and then f, of course, is going to end up being 109 minus 25. Now, right off the top of my head, 109 minus 25, I do believe, is 84. So f would be 84. I think that's right. Maybe I better check that out. Yeah. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to complete the square. Okay, so this is how this works. We have x squared minus 6x. So I'm going to write x, and then this sign right here gets brought down. you take half of whatever this number is, half of it, and that's just going to be 3. Then we put parentheses around it, and we square it. Now we always put a minus sign right here, okay? And then this number right here gets squared, and so that becomes a 9. So that's pretty simple, right? Okay, so let me repeat what I just did, except we'll look at the y's this time. So I'm going to write y, carry this sign down, take half of 20, right, put parentheses around it, square it. This is always a minus sign here, and then we square the negative 10, and that becomes 100. Now we have the plus. I've kind of run out of room here. 109, and then of course equals 25. Now as you can see here, I've got the negative 9, the negative 100, and that becomes negative 109 plus 109. So as you can see, they're going to all cancel out, right? And we're going to be left with x minus 3 squared plus y minus 10 squared. And remember that this is going to be equal to, and I'm going to go ahead and square root that, so that's 5 squared, so it looks like it's in the form that we're looking for. Now as you can see, we go back up, and that's exactly what we started off with. Right. So if you're given the general form of the equation to the circle, what you want to do is complete the square. Real simple procedure. And then once you do that, if you're asked to find the center of the circle, right? So the center of the circle is going to be 3, 10, and it's going to have a radius. So we'll say r is equal to 5, has a radius of 5. So you may be given the general form and asked to find the center and its radius.